welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for watching this. Don't forget to like, give that thumbs up like that, Jane. And share out if you would like, but just leave me a comment. I just love you guys. I love hearing from you guys. Forgive me if I don't get back to all the comments. I get so behind and it gets me so, it's just hard to get caught up. Anyway, guys, I've never done a video like this. I am a new crocheter of only a little over a year. And I'm definitely not qualified to give like professional opinions about yarns and like give like specifics of like, you know, I probably don't know all of the, I definitely don't know all of the correct like lingos and things to say. But as a new crocheter, like I know for myself, if I was just starting out, I would appreciate like a video I'm about to share. This is a review on a yarn that I found that I thought was going to be really good because I really like Red Heart yarn, you guys. It's affordable for me. And like I just like it a lot. This is a scarf I made with what I'm about to show you, and I'm going to show you the reasons I don't like it and the reason I did this video. This is the yarn I'm going to talk about. Okay, I saw this yarn when it first came to Walmart. When I saw it on the display, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this so much. I love, love, love that it was like tangle free. It has a quick start. It's the Yarnspirations Red Heart SuperSaver. I guess this means Ogo. I don't know. I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, it says new format, and it shows you right here like how it's packaged. Do y'all not just love that blanket? Oh my gosh, I love it. Anyway, y'all, yarn is literally a weakness of mine. So bad. Anyway, I absolutely love this yarn when I saw it on the display. I thought it was like packaged really cute. I thought it was very like eye-catching and like, ooh, that is something I want. And I also love that it's very simple. Like for me as a new crocheter, I'm all the time like, I gotta move things around so you guys can see. Like, I'm always wondering like how many skeins am I gonna need for a certain project? And this is very clear. Like if you are going to, they're telling you if you want to make this particular project of this blanket, you're going to need 9 skeins of this particular color, which I have no idea what color that was because this is not what I bought, and 4 white of this. Okay. I love that. And then it like shows you the easy part, all of that. I just love that. And this has one of the barcodes that you, these are things, these are the pluses of the yarn. And then I'm going to tell you why I don't really like it. But anyway, if you have a smartphone, or I don't even know if it works on the other, whatever the other phone's called. Is it called an Android? I don't know. I have a phone that is so, y'all, falling apart. I don't even know. Anyway, you scan this and it says for free patterns. So it'll come up on your phone with free patterns. I'm assuming it comes up with this. I bought 2 of, actually, I did not buy this, you guys. I put this on a Christmas list because I just loved it so much. And Gigi saw that, and my mom was like wanting ideas for Christmas, and I actually got this for Christmas. I got 2 of these, and they are in the color. Let's see if it'll focus. Hold it, you guys. I'm sorry. Come on. There we go. Peacock. Okay. And here's the specifics of, it's a 4 weight. And it tells you here for your crochet a 5.5. You know, I like all of the specifics that come on a lot of the packaging, because as a new crocheter, for me, it's easy. You guys that have been at it for a long time, excuse me, let me get some water, that have been at it a long time, you guys know, like, you just know at the back, like the back of your hand, like when you go to pick out something, you just know about it. But for me, like when I'm looking at things, I just found, like, again, the specifics on how much you need, all of that. I think it's packaged really super cute. It looks like this when you take it out, and it does have the I'll let y'all see right there. It does have a, like, let me show you, like a little plastic. Can y'all see that little plastic piece right there? And you cut that, you just clip that, and that's how you get it out of the package. And you just pull that straight out, and it's in the middle of the entire thing, and that's how it keeps it all like cute and in this little circular. But anyway, it has just the quick start at the end. I had no problems like with it tangling or any issues as far as that goes when I was actually oh, right there shows you too, like, let me see, I'm sorry, right there shows you how to get that little plastic piece out of the middle of it. But anyway, I had no issues as far as like it tangling, because it is tangle free. It stayed tangle free. It was quick start. I loved all that. I just loved it. I thought that this was going to be good. And I'm not going to say that all the colors, like if you have this yarn and you had it in a different color, I would probably be anxious to see what you thought of it. I'm just going to speak about my experience with this, the color peacock, and what happened when I was crocheting. And it's happened with the, I mean, of course it's happened with other yarn I've had before, but this being something new, I was like, you know, I'm just going to do a review on it for other newbies like myself, and maybe this will help you guys. So I love to make scarves, you guys. I love it. It was my very first project I ever did when I crocheted. I love doing a scarf. It came out like it was such an accomplishment. I thought it was such a, like, I just loved it. I fell in love with doing a scarf. But doing ruffle scarves are my absolute favorite. But anyway, when I began working with this yarn, I noticed that especially this particular color of blue, like when I started that, no, I'm sorry, you guys. Let me say this the right way. That's not right. That was my end, right? Okay. So when I start, okay, it was this. I don't know if y'all can see the colors. Let me see. I think you can. Let me turn this light on behind me and see if that helps. Yeah, that helps a little bit. So this color right here, as I was chaining, like it started splitting really bad. And it started, and it seemed to be it wasn't all the colors. Like we can go through here. It looks pretty good, but certain colors in the yarn, and I don't know if it's the dye that makes it do that. And again, I know that if you're cringing if you're a regular and a lifelong crocheter at me and my explanations. I'm so sorry. But again, for newbies out there, I just want you to know, like, my experience, and like if I would, again, I would appreciate this information if it was me. But you see how here, like this, it was like coming apart. Like I would be crocheting along. I had to go back through. It was pulling apart. It was, you can see right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you can't see. See that right there? It looks like it's been picked, you know, like you've worn it and it picked on something, but it's not. Like this was the way it was working up. And I did not like that at all. You can see right here. You see this little piece that's come apart from, I'm sorry, y'all couldn't see it because I didn't have it in the camera. See right there? Again, you know, if you're giving this to somebody or whatever, are they going to inspect it the way I'm, you know, like the way I'm showing you guys? Of course not. You know, they're just going to be like, oh, that's so sweet. But you can see there like a really bad, let's see. I don't know if y'all can see it, but right there. But if you're going through this, you can see it like more and more. And the more I worked with it, and like as I'm going through my crocheting, and you know, you get in a rhythm and you're just like, oh, you're getting this done. But like I just kept running into issues. I'd have to go back out, restart it, and like be very careful with how I'm like looping it back through. Like if I'm doing a double, like right here, you see right here, you guys see this part, it just would split. And I don't know what the word is. So I'm so terrible at this, but I'm just giving you a forewarning. For me, I don't know if it's all of this, and probably there's probably thousands of, I don't know, not thousands, but there's probably videos out there about this. I've not ever seen, I haven't even actually gone to reviews for yarns before, but I'm just, again, I just was like, you know what, I was so upset with the way this had worked up that I was like, I'm going to do a video on it, just because this is a new, it's a new yarn. And again, I know for me, like I would have liked to have, been like, hey, did anybody else have issues like that? So again, there probably is people out there and I just haven't seen it. But anyway, I just was going to say that, and the things I did, I told you guys the things I did like about it, but it just splits a lot. And when you're trying to work it up, it just, like, you'll go back. I would go back in, like right here, you can see like how it was split. The yarn would split, go back and like bring it back together. But then when it works up, it's kind of like you see right here, like it's pulled. I don't know. Isn't that weird, you guys? Anyway, it upset me, and I was like, I'm going to do a review for that. Sorry, Red Heart. I'm sure I will never get to be one of your spokespeople. But I just want to be truthful about it. But I love Red Heart yarn, y'all. That's why it was like, what is this yarn doing? So I love the yarn. I love Red Heart, y'all. It is a go-to yarn for me. I love it. I love that it's affordable, because who doesn't need affordable? I definitely do. And and I just loved, again, the packaging. I thought this was so just cute and cute. Again, I've only used this color. I cannot speak for all the colors, and some of these colors were worse than others. Is that normal? You guys that are regular and like pros and the OGs of crocheting can leave me some comments below and let me know if that's normal, that like as certain colors, are they prone to doing that? I don't know. I also thought that like out of these colors, like I feel like they're really vibrant, but like this color right here, I don't know if you guys can see. Well, you can kind of see it in this one too. It's like the dye didn't take well. And can you guys see that? And it kind of just looks faded, and like this is a brand new yarn. So I kind of didn't love that either. I kind of thought that was, you can see it right here, maybe a little bit better. Maybe you guys can see. And I'm all about, don't get me wrong, I am all about variegated yarns. I love the different colors. I very rarely, you guys, crochet with a solid yarn. I don't know why that is. I think I'm just because I love color. I love all kinds of colors. So it's really rare for me to crochet with just like a solid. But anyway, I just thought that was another kind of like con of this yarn. I just kind of thought it looked washed out. I don't think it's supposed to look that way, because some of these colors I feel like are vibrant. I don't know if they're coming through on the camera. I don't know if I turn that light off. Would that help? Maybe that helps. Let's turn that off. I don't know. Did that help? I don't know. Anyway, you guys, that was just my thoughts. You can see right here also, like here and here. You guys see? And right here. Yeah. So I don't know. But that's just my 2 cents on this. And again, what it's worth, I don't know. 2 cents worth, really. But again, see right here, you guys? See what I'm saying? Okay. So as a newbie, I would appreciate it, like somebody saying this to me, especially yarn, like, again, when you're going to buy yarn. And again, does the pluses of this outweigh For me, it doesn't. Yes, I love the fact that it's easy, tangle-free, quick start. I love, love, love that. Okay, I love it. I love that you can get free patterns, of course. And I super love for the pattern, it shows you exactly what you need. For me as a newbie, I super duper duper. Those are the like super pluses of that. But I just have to say that when you're actually working with the yarn, like for me, it's not so much. Like I would rather be working with a yarn that I'm not wrestling with and having to stop every little bit because, I mean, I feel like as a crocheter, even for you seasoned crocheters, that's something that you enjoy is a yarn that's just easy and like flows and you're not wrestling with it because I didn't enjoy that part of it and having to stop and restart and like refix my yarn. I just didn't love that. And if I was given this as a gift, like again, I don't think somebody that you're giving a gift to is going to be like, let me inspect every stitch. You know, I don't think they're going to do that. Now, if I was giving this to a crocheter, you know, I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed to send this to them. But, you know, to an everyday person, do I think that they would be like super pooky about it or whatever? I don't. But for me, I don't know. Maybe that's just part of my personality. Like for me, even wearing it or whatever, you know, you guys know that we represent like what we make, right? When we're making or wearing our products, you know, people will stop me sometimes and be like, oh my gosh, you know, I love that scarf or whatever. And they'll kind of get close. You know, we don't get real close in this day and age anymore, but like they'll kind of look at it a little bit closer. And of course you want it to look good. So I just think that, you know, these are some things you have to think about this yarn. This was my personal experience. Was this the only, y'all see right here how it's different right there? See the end of that? That's what I'm talking about. It's like the dye didn't take. And was these defective? Like, are these kind of defective for this one? I just cannot say, you guys. But I don't believe so because I haven't even opened this one yet. And you guys can see right there. See that? I don't think you can see it. I'm sorry. I'll try to hold that up closer. I'm rolling my scarf back up. Let's see. Where is it at? Right here. But you can just see where it just seems like the color didn't take well. And maybe they were mass producing these. I don't think it's not picking up on the camera. But maybe it's because I have it behind this white. Well, you can see it there. And like when you're working this up, it's that way all the way through. So anyway, of course, you guys may love this yarn and maybe it's just me. I don't know. I haven't worked with tons of different yarns, you guys, but any yarn, again, that I have to wrestle with or that the product, when it's all said and done, doesn't come out like as beautiful or like looks flawed or whatever, of course, you know, you're going to feel some sort of way about it. So, and I love you, Red Heart, and I appreciate your yarns very much. And I think this was just a fluke and not something that's like a normal occurrence for you guys because I've used your yarn and I've loved it. But I think it's just, I don't know, a goof up somewhere maybe. I don't know, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you've used this yarn, if you've worked with it, what your thoughts were about it. I thank you for stopping and listening to my ramblings about it. And I love crocheting, you guys. It's become such an integral part of my life. I'm so grateful for this yarny community. You know, especially just thanks again, just always to Creatively Created Crochet, Triple C. I would not have pursued as far as I did with it had it not been for her and Carrie, the Yarny Elephant. Also, just took the time to say, like, Carrie was so encouraging and like, you can do it, because I was just like, I would never be able to crochet. And I really thought that. But anyway, I love you guys, and I appreciate, again, you stopping by and listening. And again, let me know your thoughts on this yarn. If you've used it, if you haven't used it, if you have some, if you have a different color, did you have any trouble with it? I just would love to know, because I did think about, especially after getting it for Christmas, like, I love this so much. I was like, oh, I might have to get those, because I think these colors right here are beautiful. Like these jeweled colors. I just think they're beautiful. So I thought about getting that, but I really don't want to do a project where I am so frustrated and so like uptight and upset over it, because like crocheting to me is a therapy. Like it helps me. But this is when I'm upset and like having to redo, and then it comes out with flaws and just not your best. You feel like your best is not in it, and it's not really your fault. It'd be your fault if like you somehow made this yarn. But anyway, love you guys. Thank you for stopping by. I love you. Jesus loves you so much more. Don't forget, if you meet me and forget me, you've lost nothing. But if you meet Jesus and forget him, you've lost everything. I love you guys. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Let me hear from you. Bye, guys.